What's going on, everybody? This is Benjamin Bokchoy. We are back in F122 today, and we're going to be taking a look at a suspected cheater here. So I don't want to come out and outright call him a cheater, but there was just too many suspicious moments for me to really think that he was legit racing. So we are in Abu Dhabi right now. Part of the weekly event. I didn't qualify, so started at the back. By the start of lap 2, we found our way up to P4, courtesy of these two guys pitting. And the guy that we are going to be looking at, his name will pop up in one moment. He is in P3 right now. So coming through the final corner here, as we take a look, this guy, Tyler Illage, on the softs, is the guy that we're going to be looking at. Now, he is on the softs. I am on the mediums. I am not the most amazing driver in the world. So, you know, my skill set could answer for some of the discrepancies here, but I don't really think it does. If you take a look at his racing lines in a little bit, you'll probably be a little bit suspicious as well. So there was quite a few areas on track that looked a little bit weird to me, mainly turns 2, 3, and 4 as we start here. As you take a look at the mini-map, the number 1 on the mini-map, that black dot to the left of it, that is Tyler. Cheese is the purple dot in front of him. And they're coming out of turn 2 right now, about to hit turn 3. And if you take a look at the gaps here, Tyler is 1.8 behind. I am 4.9 behind Cheese. Now, my gap to Cheese stays pretty consistent, but look at how much the gap to Tyler Illage and from Tyler to Cheese changes. So let's play through here. It's at 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6. Now, they're about to hit the braking zone right now, and he just made up 0.6 of a second. They're at 3.7 right now. Now, I gained 1/10 on Cheese, but Tyler gained 0.6 on Cheese. Again, he's on the softs, so that might... I still don't think that makes up for the 0.6 of a second through those 3 corners there. And our gap to Cheese is pretty consistent, but our gap to Tyler has a lot of discrepancies. So let's keep continuing on right now. I didn't notice that in the race. I only noticed it after the race when I came back and watched. Exit of turn 5, he gets a pretty bad exit. Gap is back down to 3.1 to Tyler, which is where we were before turn 2. But all of a sudden, his top speed is gone. If you take a look, we're actually closing in on him right now. I don't know where all that top speed is. We're not closing in on Cheese, but we're closing in on Tyler. And I don't think ERS makes up for that. So he has a bad few corners here. Gap dropped down to 2.5 for a second, but all of a sudden it shoots back up to 2.8, 2.7, stays at 2.7 going into turn 9. Now, this is the next area that seems kind of fishy to me. Nothing through this lap right here, but let's just keep in mind the gaps as we go through turn 9 here. So we we enter turn 9 2.7 behind. Through turn 9 here, we are at about 2.5. So we actually gained 0.2 through there. And Cheese is 3.9 ahead of us right now. So 2.5, Tyler's 2.5. The hotel section here is another fishy area. 2.5 up to down to 2.3, but back to 2.4. So that is our baseline right there. He's not really gaining time, but then through the final few corners there, all of a sudden he gains a half a second. I know I had a pretty not great final corner, but I don't think that explains half a second. So now as we come through, let's back up a little bit, as they are about to go through turn 2 again. So turn 2 right now, he is 2.9 ahead of us and about 0.9 behind Cheese. Cheese is 3.8. Watch this gap once again. Look at that. 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4. And as they come into the braking zone, he is literally on the rear wing of Cheese right now. So another 0.6 gain through those few corners there. I don't think ERS gives you that much of an advantage to literally close in 6-7 of a second through an area where you don't even hit 8th gear until you're about to hit the braking zone up here. So yeah, look at that. We do lift a little bit, but we're still in 7th gear through here. Now we hit 8th right before we hit the braking zone. And then coming into turn 5 once again, he gets another bad turn 5. That gap is dropping once again. I don't believe this. And then all of a sudden, all his straight line speed is gone. You know, he does have DRS, so he's closing a little bit on cheese, but not nearly as much as he was through turns 2, 3, and 4, which was a shorter piece of track than the DRS straight. Again, a bad 2 corners here. He is at 1.8 to 1.7 in front of us again. Top speed is gone again. Where's that closing speed? There's no closing speed through here. Now, as we enter turn 9, he's 1.8 ahead of us. And as we go through turn 9, we do gain a little bit of time, just like we did the last lap. We gained about 2-3 tenths through there. So that is the baseline. We are, even though he is on the softs, we are actually gaining through turn 9 on him. And then look at this. Out of this exit right now, he is 9 tenths behind cheese. And then all of a sudden, he's 3 tenths, 2 tenths behind cheese. I don't understand that. Even though our distance to cheese was pretty consistent, we gained a little bit of time to cheese, but not like 6 tenths, 7 tenths through there. And then once again, we come into turn 2. He is 1.5 in front of us, 1 second behind cheese. Where is that closing speed now? What I suspect is I started getting close to him. He realized I can see him, and then he stopped using that ERS hack. Now we are 6 tenths behind him. We don't have overtake. We don't have DRS. We used a little bit of overtake there. And then going into these corners here again. Look at him just crawling through these corners. Are you telling me that a guy that takes corners like that and then suspiciously slows down like this, we have DRS and overtake on, and he is still able to sit on our 6 without using DRS himself? And then we go into turn 9 right now. He is 5 tenths behind us. And then look at him rocket up behind us in our rearview mirror. Closed in about 4 tenths through there. After we gained 2 tenths on him on the last 2 laps, all of a sudden he's 4 tenths faster than us through that section. And then under the hotel, we were 8 tenths ahead of him out of that last left-hander, and now he's closed up to 4 tenths behind us. That seems fishy to me. Couldn't take corners when he was in front of us, but now all of a sudden he gets behind us and he thinks we can't see him. All of a sudden he's able to maintain all that he's able to maintain that gap to us. He couldn't catch up to cheese, but once we passed him, now he is literally on our gearbox through every single corner. Look at this again, this closing speed. How do you explain that? And then another shitty turn 5 as usual, because this guy obviously can't take corners. Look how far back he is right now. 6 tenths. 6 tenths behind us. You see me looking back because I'm like, okay, something's up with this guy. Something is super fishy with this guy. His straight line speed is gone all of a sudden again. He stayed 6 tenths to us down that entire DRS straight. And then look at this. He's already closing in on us before we even get to top speed, or we even get to flat out. And then I apologize to Cheese. I kind of dove in a little bit on him. But look how far back Tyler is through this corner right here. Look how fast he closes in on us. Look how fast he passes Cheese. And then closes in on us. Going so fast, he almost slams into the back of us and still somehow gets an amazing exit out of that. At this point, he's on 5-lap old softs. So the best of his tires are gone now. 6 tenths behind. And all of a sudden, he gains 2 tenths through 3 tenths through those final few corners there. Unbelievable. Looking back again, because I'm like, something is up with this guy. Like I said, I don't want to outright accuse him of cheating, but everything I've seen so far about this guy is fishy. 5 tenths in front of him through there. Yes, slight lift. But that doesn't account for 3 tenths through there. Look how much he's closing in on us. Turn 5, which is a somewhat easy corner. He takes like crap. And then down here, all that straight line speed is gone. Is he just not deploying ERS down here? And even if he was, it doesn't explain the closing speed he has through turns 2, 3, and 4. Look at him squiggling, like just squirming through that corner there. So he's obviously turned off his cheats through here. Going into turn 9 again. 3 tenths, 4 tenths behind us, coming through here. But on exit, look at him, just closing in on us on 6-lap-old softs, who, which are done at this point. He's about to come in. You want to see something else funny too? Look at these final few corners. He is 5 tenths behind us, and then by the time we hit the final corner here, he's almost side by side as he dives into the pits. Yeah, closed up almost half a second, even though his tires were dead. So, I mean, the rear view mirror is just, I don't know, everything that I've seen so far just points to cheating. We're going to skip ahead to when we actually meet him on track once again. So we're coming out of the pit lane right now. He obviously boxed, what was it, 4 laps ago, and as we come out now, he is just about 7 seconds ahead of us. But once again, let's kind of scrub through here. 6.9, 5.2, less than 2 laps later. 4.5, 2.6, 1.1 second. It literally took us, what was it, 2 laps to close in 5 seconds on him. He's not driving that well. But once again, as soon as we catch up to him, all of a sudden he can drive as fast as I can. I just closed in like 7 seconds in 2 laps on him. But then we come up to him and look at how far he's extending again. Look at this. 1 second as we hit turn 1. Really bad turn 1. We are down to about half a second here as we come in through to turn 2. I'm on the softs. A little bit of a lift, but doesn't explain almost 4 tenths of a second through here. Shitty turn 5 once again, which just allows us to get on his gearbox. And then through this section here, where's all that top speed gone? We have DRS, but the way he was, with the speed he was taking turns 2, 3, and 4 with, he should have still been pulling away from us, but somehow all of a sudden he's slow. Doesn't have any top line speed. Look at this. Bad corner through here.
Okay, good work.
Are you telling me with exits like that, we were able to close in on him by 7 seconds? And then he's got DRS, but look how fast he's going again, all of a sudden. Then slams his brakes super early for turn 9. Takes a terrible line. We get better traction through here. We're flat out now. And then look at this, 2 tenths. Pretty much stays at 2 tenths. No top speed through there. He's on super old mediums. Look at these lines through here. Super inefficient lines. We're once again crawling through the hotel section. And then he gaps us again by 3 tenths through these last few corners. And then no speed through here. Look how far back he is now.
That's P2. You're up to P2. Well done.
And then he just rockets onto the back of us on mediums. I'm pretty sure I didn't even lift through there. Maybe I lifted through the first corner. Let's go back and take a look. A little bit of lift through the left-hander. And a slight lift through the right-hander. But again, doesn't explain this closing speed from him. If you look at the gap to Red Horizon, who's also on softs with me, it's pretty stable through those. Yeah, we're 7 tenths, 6.5 tenths through here.
That's P2. You're up to P2. Well done.
Red Horizon, we stay pretty stable to him, but Tyler all of a sudden just rocket ships through that area there. And then coming out of turn 1. Look at this. He's already closing on us before we even hit the DRS zone. I mean, the DRS line. How is that possible? With the exit that he gets out of turn 1 on his super old mediums, and we are on 3-lap-old softs. Look at him closing on us already before he hits the DRS. And look at Red Horizon. Look at the gap difference. And then really shitty corner, another really shitty corner. Red Horizon gets a great exit, and then Tyler all of a sudden is able to just accelerate and stay on his gearbox through there, even with his bad corner. Turn 9 once again. Tyler is 4/10 ahead of us. 5/10. 6/10. Yeah, I just don't get it. This is really confusing me. And then I try to match his speed through this final corner, and I spin out. So that was the end of my race. But I just thought that all of that was just super, super fishy. And I actually messaged GS Red Horizon 57 after the race, and I said, hey, man, I was just in that race at Abu Dhabi with you. That guy that you were fighting with in the last 2 laps, did anything look off to you? And he was like, yeah. The guy had like crazy grip through corners, really good speed. And he was like, I've seen enough videos to know that that dude is using some sort of cheats or hacks or something like that, because just the way that, I mean, I'm looking at his lines that he's taking. I'm looking at the fact that I closed in on him 7 seconds, and then as soon as I overtake him, he's all of a sudden at my pace. All of a sudden. I don't understand that. And then Red Horizon, who also had pretty decent pace as well, this guy's able to stick with the both of us on softs when he switched onto the mediums like 7 laps ago, and he's able to maintain the same speed as we are after we closed in on him like 7 seconds. I don't understand that. Like I said, I don't want to outright say that he's hacking, but it really looks like he is. And funnily enough, after the race, I went to search for him on Steam, and either he's not on Steam or he changed his name because he was expecting flack. Now, I know that this game wasn't cross-play enabled, so it's only PC users. So, I mean, there's a slight chance that he's playing on Epic or whatever EA's Steam equivalent is, but I don't know. I don't think so. Typed the name in on Steam and didn't find him. I don't know, man. Tyler, if you're watching this, I'd love to hear you defend yourself. Everything that happened in the race seems super, super suspicious. Looking at your racing lines and your exits, you shouldn't have been able to get that acceleration and that top speed through those certain areas. So yeah, if you do happen to come across this, please explain yourself. And for everybody else watching this, let me know what you think. Do you guys think this guy was cheating or hacking? I certainly think it looked like he was, but like I said, I'm not the best driver in the world and I'm not super consistent. But I don't know. I've raced enough races to kind of know when something's off and something seemed off. So we'll just leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you think I've earned it, please feel free to leave it a like, comment, or subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Remember to eat your bok choy. I'll see you guys in the next one.